21 Bridezilla Wedding Stories, according to Reddit. Number 21. Bride insisted that we, the bridesmaids, make all the directions, but then got pissed because they weren't up to her high standard all of this month before the wedding because she procrastinated the whole thing just a month before the wedding. Wanted to plan the bridal shower herself because she thought we were incompetent. Okay. During the bachelorette party, we wanted a decently fancy restaurant, and the bride was pissed because her little sister, the bridesmaid who helped with nothing, only ate simple foods, so we could just have gone to McDonald's. Okay. To this day, she keeps saying how she wants to do the wedding over again because of how terrible everything went. There is so much more to this, but I'm already borderline exposing myself. We are currently still friends by saying all of this. It was not a good time, and I myself don't want to have a wedding after being part of this disaster. I like that she thinks that she's exposing herself by saying that some chick was a bitch during her wedding and was spoiled and entitled. Like, that's not like a lot of people's lives. You know what I mean? What the hell? As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 20. This isn't exactly what you're asking for, but I had a bridesmaid who brought a lot of negative energy to our wedding. She was my husband's sister. She had just broken up with her boyfriend for the umpteenth time, so she was pretty jealous and resentful towards us in the days leading up to our wedding. It didn't help that she stayed with us the whole week before the wedding. Most of our family members live out of town. She treated us like crap the entire time. When she wasn't ignoring us, she would have having her around added a lot of unnecessary stress. A couple of nights before our wedding, she got drunk and cried to my husband about how it was supposed to be her wedding. Going by her logic, she's older, so she was supposed to get married first. Delicious. She then proceeded to tell my husband that she could put together a better wedding than ours for only $200. Okay. At the wedding, a few of my family members overheard her and her best friend, who we graciously invited even though we didn't know her well, complaining about everything, bashing our wedding. We had an unconventional wedding ceremony on top of a mountain and then had our reception at a luxurious log cabin by a river. We had only 85 guests, and we had lawn games and a bonfire in addition to the usual wedding shit. My sister-in-law? Yes. My sister-in-law and her best friend kept saying that our wedding was cheap and tacky. Oh boy. Most of my husband's family showed up in jeans, t-shirts, flip-flops, baseball caps, etc. Even though we didn't tell anyone that the dress code was casual. We suspect that the sister-in-law told everyone to wear casual clothes. We're a little upset that no one bothered to double check with us. Well, scary people, man. Scary people. That's why a marriage, man, let me tell you something right fucking now, my dude. If I were to get married, it needs to be 100% about me and my woman, not about all these people that they connected to and the family and all of this crap. If immediate family is what's going down, hell yes. It doesn't need to be a big ceremony. It doesn't need to be this huge thing. You know, I like to believe that if the girl wants it to be crazy as hell, fine, my dude. But, practically, we could spend that money on the damn honeymoon. We could throw the money that we would put towards the ceremony at a honeymoon that's almost 2 weeks long. You know, let's go on a damn ship, a cruise ship that's going out into the fucking ocean and stay on it for so long that by the time we're supposed to get off, we don't want to get on another ship for like a couple of years. You know what I mean? My God, y'all making a spectacle and involving all these other people. You know these people, the more people that you throw into a scenario, the higher the chances that one of them is going to have an episode specifically because they can't deal with other people being the center of attention and not them. You know what I mean? Look at people's Facebooks, look at people's Instagrams, look at pretty much anybody's social media. They can't have a day go by where it ain't about them. Look at me. Look at my Snapchat story. Look at this thing that I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? It's not selfless, it's selfish. So some people really can't restrain themselves. They can't tone it the fuck down. And even they don't know what they're being, how they are, how jealous, how envious, how, how much shade they're throwing, how passive aggressive they can be. Fuck it by just removing them out of the fucking, scenario, baby. Don't add those variables. Simple as that. I'm trying to save y'all trouble. All right. Live your life. Number 19. I didn't make it to the wedding. I was best friends with the woman. Literally, we did everything together. She assembled her wedding party and did not invite me. She threw me my bachelorette, witnessed my marriage, etc. And I found out later I wasn't invited because I was overweight. And her mother thought that that would limit bridesmaid dress choices and throw the wedding photos off. At least I know. Dodged a bullet. Jesus. Look, man. I don't know where to begin with this, okay? I like to think that if a girl can't stand up to her pussy ass mom, for the what society makes her believe is like the biggest day of her life, you know what I mean? Of her adult life, because the biggest day of her shitty youth life is prom or some shit. That's all these hoes are, you know what I mean? You want to know if you're basic? If you put a lot of stock into the wedding being the biggest day of your life, or your prom being the biggest day of your young life, that's how you know you're basic, dude. These are inventions, made to make the country some motherfucking money, because y'all doubling down on that ritualistic traditional bullshit. Ain't nothing wrong with sharing your love with somebody in a way that is long lasting, shows them that you're down for whatever, forever, or as long as y'all live, till death to y'all part, you know what I mean? But marriages exist right now, man. It's a lot of bells and whistles. It's a lot of hoops. Marriage in this country is kind of like school in this country, where it's like, yeah, y'all are going to sit in a room and shit. Are you really learning anything though? At a certain age, are you really learning anything? Are you being taught to pass a test? Are you just studying really hard for some shit you're never going to use again, just to fill out this piece of paper the right way and then move the fuck on? I'm not talking about like trades and practices. I'm not talking about becoming a doctor or a lawyer, all this shit that you're actually going to use. I'm talking about the majority of your fucking classes, my dude. And much like marriage, hey, man, if this is a big day to you, that's cool. But in any scenario other than mommy and daddy are paying for the ceremony, if you can't put your foot down and just establish what the fuck you want for your day, maybe you should just fuck off and have a little ceremony of your own. Run to a fucking court, get some shit done. Throw money at a ceremony that'll make you happy, that you can look back at pictures and smile because, your parents or your family isn't ruining something for you. Ugh. This is just gonna get me tilted as fuck. This whole list is gonna remind me of the fucking life that some people are trying to live. Forgive me. Let's continue. Number 18. I've had colorful hair for years now. It's quite the investment. I go to a salon to get it done and buy high quality products. When my best friend asked me to be her maid of honor, my hair was neon pink. 3 weeks before the wedding, she requested that I color my hair a natural color. I was shocked. She offered to give me $100 to get it done. Pfft, lol. I had just gotten my hair done a plum/red color, quite tame in comparison to what I've done in the past. If I had just randomly went from brown to lime green out of nowhere, I might understand her frustrations, but at this point, I hadn't seen my natural color in like 3 years. I never changed my hair. We got into a screaming match at her bachelorette party, and she drunkenly revealed that her mom hated my hair and would not stop bitching about it, and we cried and hugged in the club bathroom, and all was well. Her mom didn't speak to me at the wedding, and I'm okay with that. Oh snap, is this day about your mom, Your mom who's gonna be fucking dead, and hopefully she'll cling to those pussy ass pictures in her fucking coffin, you dumb bitch. Whose day is this again? What do parents not get? Just cause you throwing money at a ceremony, is it your day? I don't like the picture because her hair is a certain color. Bitch, you want me to Photoshop these pictures for you? That's the kind of hoe I want to marry. A kind of hoe that's going to stand up to her mom and say, hey, if the color of somebody's hair is going to bother you enough in this pussy ass picture, why don't we let you go out and pick all my friends from the local motherfucking church? You know what I mean? so I can have a whack ass ceremony with corny ass niggas in it and then hate you for the rest of my life, but just play civil when we have these family get-togethers. How you doing? Oh yeah, I love you. Oh my gosh. Fuck your family. Y'all niggas are basic as hell. I'm gonna flip this fucking table over. Fuck this. Okay, look, number 17. I'm gonna wind this in for the rest of this list, but if I come across another one of these aren't even Bridezilla stories. It's supposed to be like, the bride was crazy, right? And instead, it's like the mom said, you can't do that because she didn't like her. She said that my friend was fat and that she had the wrong hair color. Number 17. Okay, not a bridesmaid, but my mom was a wedding photographer for many years. Oh no. Oh no, now she's in a position of power. Long story short, the father of the bride had a heart attack. Oh shit. Damn, we didn't see that coming. And as soon as he was being carried out on the stretcher, the sobbing bride yells, "How could you ruin my wedding like this?" Nice. Nice. Now this is a list. Upvote, okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. Oh wait, you guys can see me upvote it. Wait, you can see me. I want you to see me upvote stuff. Just gonna move that over a little bit. Okay, now you go. Okay, let me unupvote it, and then I'll be like, look, how could you ruin my wedding like this? Yeah, and then I upvote it. Yeah, see. Okay. Number 16. We're really powering through this list, as you can see. The bride has 2 weddings. Pretty different financial backgrounds between us, and I was the friend of the groom that became a friend during their engagement. She had 1 wedding in the local state that she grew up in, and 1 destination wedding a month later. She couldn't decide which dress to get, so she bought 3. I was maid of honor at the local event and supposed to be in the destination wedding. You know, most girls, I bet you if they were financially equipped enough, or running around with enough of daddy's money, or maybe they had some parents that died and left them an inheritance that they don't know what to do with, okay, they would have multiple weddings. You know, or better yet, and you know what the scariest thing is? Remember that we live in a world where there's so many people living in it that anything that you can imagine, as long as it's possible, as long as it's practically possible, has occurred, is occurring, and possibly will occur. So what I'm considering right now as a thought and proposing as something that must have happened, there are women out there who have probably divorced their husbands just to find a new man and have another marriage ceremony because they live for it. They love it. How about that? Crazy, right? But crazy hoes out there are like that. I had to overdraw my bank account to attend and cover the expenses, so I was really a bit in awe at all the extravagances. Why? It was a 3-hour ceremony with 2 venue changes. I want what I want, and it's my day. I gave people for that? The fuck that mean? Still ringing in my ears just thinking of it. She spent $60,000 in credit card debt on her perfect day, which she told me the day before she had not informed the groom. That sounds like a great union. Like that's gonna work out. You know, he's not gonna be fucking another big titty hoe soon. You know, she got a little more meat on her bones. And I'm kidding. The best part was when she was in her second wedding dress change. She started to scream about how things weren't exactly as she wanted. She was standing there half dressed and drunk, yelling about how the cake wasn't perfect. It was a $3,000 cake that was transported from another state and was slightly smushed on the backside from hours of travel. The whole bridal party, what the fuck kind of motherfucker needs a cake from a different state though? Y'all can't figure out a cake that somebody can make near? So that's not going to get destroyed in travel? You're a fool. This list going to kill me. The whole bridal party was just standing there in the hallway, waiting to take pictures again, and I told her to shut up. I said I wasn't going to come to the wedding in Ireland. I reminded her that hundreds of guests could hear her drunk ass and fixed her bustle. She was such a little tantrum throwing shit. At the end of the Irish dancing groups, the toasts, and her wedding dance, her paid wedding planner offered to give me cocaine for putting up with such a spoiled shit. My man. Okay, the lady did it loudly in front of an aunt who later told the bride. Yeah, it sucked. She is a great girl too. Just a terrible bride and a drunk. Bruh. What are y'all talking about? Her hair is too short. It would look like polka dots. L Animated says, what's up, Kyle? Nothing much, man. Living my life. Trying to make ends meet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Trying to make ends meet in this bitch. Forgive me. As we travel up this list, doesn't a list like this make you think to yourself, where the fuck is all the footage? You know? And is everybody scared that they're going to get in trouble because they're close to the family or they're close to the bride for leaking this footage out, my dude? No. No. There must be people at some of these weddings that are loosely enough related to people that when some shit hits the fan, they pull out their fucking camera phone. Yes, common courtesy and etiquette might dictate that if you're at a wedding and some shit goes off the rails, that you shouldn't just whip out your phone and go, oh hell yeah, there's some good shit. But let's be real. 1 in 10 people at the very least is not the type of asshole that's going to be looking up at a burning building and then going, oh my god, the humanity, and then panning down at the ground. There are people who are going to be shooting footage for watch people die. You know what I'm talking about? Like, imagine somebody's jumping off a building. There's like 9 people out of 10 who would just go, oh my god, and turn the camera away. And then that last guy would be all like, all right, tracking him, trapping him. And then he hits the ground. And then he's like, oh my god. And then he slowly starts like walking up to the guy, you know what I'm talking about? It's just like, oh damn, that one guy, when 1 out of 10 guys, he's that hardcore motherfucker. Like, oh my god, he makes your eyes flare like, oh wow. Okay, look. Number 15. It's not a Bridezilla story. Thank you, Reddit. Don't you love Reddit? We've been doing this for 3 years now, and every night it's the same thing. Hey man, can you tell me a story about this one time that you were underwater? All right, man. Well, I wasn't underwater though. But let me tell you this story. And I'm like, whoa. What did I just ask you? What did I just ask you? And you're on that bullshit? My God. Number 15. My name is Morgan Freeman. Sorry, that was a bad impression. Not a Bridezilla story. But I was in 3 weddings in the span of 1 year. And one interesting thing I noticed was that there's always one bridesmaid that the bride stops being friends with after the wedding. You can start to see which bridesmaid it's gonna be about halfway through the engagement. Why? Either because she's probably too pretty. Somebody says I got married in March and my wife had a maid of honor picked out for like 7 months. They were college friends, but we all slowly saw the friendship deteriorating. I went to a high school with her, and she was notorious for being, to put it nicely, a bitch. My wife befriended her in college not knowing about how she was in high school. I thought, hey, whatever, man, people change. And boy, was I wrong. We helped her leave a toxic relationship multiple times because she kept going back to the guy. She know what she getting, and she want what he got. He putting it out, and he punch her in the mouth. What a thought. We saw her snap on multiple people and ruin friendships with our people and thought, this won't happen to us. Wrong again. About a month before the wedding, she starts blackmailing my wife because she bought a veil without telling my wife and expected us to buy it from her for full price. Her blackmail, text between myself and my wife. Oh, because my wife had BDSM kinks. Okay. She sent to her phone with my wife, wasn't paying attention. Okay. Threatening to show everyone that I'm abusive. She went and found blackmail on my wife before they even had any problems. And that was my wife's final straw, and she kicked her off the bridal party. Chose someone who probably should have been the maid of honor the whole time and continued to have a great wedding. What an interesting story. It's Lurker, Linda, and Dia. That's awesome, everyone. You should always get yourself one. What is... Whoa, River's talking about onesies now? Somebody else was talking to me about onesies earlier. That's so gay. Y'all have onesies? Y'all gay. All right? Unless there's nudity under the onesie. I would lead a cult full of only onesie wearing people that are completely nude under them. And then each picture that we take as like a, what's the word I'm looking for?
A majority of people that wear onesies are babies.
We're not talking about babies in onesies, though. We're talking about adults in onesies, okay? You made this weird. Obviously, babies aren't in the stream, and I don't need babies in my cult. As a matter of fact, every woman in the cult is getting like some manner of tubes tied, because that's how you know that the cult will grow and flourish. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, there will only ever be one generation of the Kyle cult. That's what makes it so cool. You know what I mean? You know how like Pokemon live long enough to get whack? Nah, man. It'll always be as cool as the Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle generation, baby. Step right up. Y'all know where the Streamlabs link is. Kyle, I actually don't know where the Streamlabs link is. Can you please hook a brother up? Because I need to be able to donate to you right now. Well, I'm glad that you were so, kind in asking. And of course, I always have time for you. Just as soon as this page loads, okay? Wow. Tell me though, how was everybody's day? Did it make sense? Is everything fine? I can't believe my Streamlabs link changed again. What is the, story? As we continue up the list, we arrive at number 14. Granted, I am 25 and just getting settled into my career, but my best friend expected me to spend over $2,000 on her bachelorette party, and this was to fly to a resort that did not include food, activities, etc. Can y'all hoes just go on a cruise that's all inclusive? What is wrong with you irresponsible morons? I get it. Some people just get that money from all over the place as far as like their family is concerned, so they don't think about what is and isn't disposable until the money runs out. Well, how about y'all be a little responsible ahead of the time? You know what I'm talking about? It's better to have it and not need it than to bing and not bong it. All right? Granted, she and most of her friends are in their 30s, but there was no way that I could pull that off on top of everything I had spent just being in the wedding. I participated in everything I could, but heck no, I didn't drop that kind of money. Lurker Linda says, I was informed today that I will be out of work until October 8th. Jesus Christ, I hope you find some kind of solution between now and then. That sounds like a considerable amount of time, and I apologize for such madness. That kind of sucks. I really like my kitty up there. He's so cute. Oh man, I missed having him as an emote too. I don't get to have what I want. Number 13. My wife got roped into doing the photos of her stepsister's wedding. Normally my wife would charge between $4,000 and $6,000 for this, and we were flying across the country to attend this wedding mostly out of family obligation. So the bride was getting an amazing deal. Over the course of 6 months, the bridesmaids become incredibly hateful on social media, constantly starting drama, was bitchy in her save the dates, changed venue and location several times. We knew it was going to be a shit show, but we committed, so we bought our plane tickets and planned to come. Week before the wedding, bride goes totally psycho and posts nasty, awful things about half of the wedding party, including my wife. Hey buddy, that's my wife. So we decide to cancel the photography and not attend the wedding. It wasn't worth it anymore. The bride's own mother was so ashamed of her behavior that she didn't attend either. Now that's the kind of mother that we want to see in these stories. You know? People that feel shame? Hell yeah. You know? Yeah. Bing bong. Look, all total they had like 8 people at their wedding. That's not even double digits, bro. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Hello? Sorry, I think Hannah left the room and it's so dark on that side of the room I couldn't tell if she was on the bed or not. Are you?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Are you laughing at me, you stupid piece of shit? Oh, man. God. Yeah, I can't see you. It's really dark over there. And I was like leaning like, is she there?
I can feel you staring.
Oh, man. Now I look at the fool. Okay, number 12. Shout out to the BuzzFeed and Dipley editors trawling the thread for their next article. Oh boy, what the fuck is Dipley, my guys? Is that like a over 40-year-old people shit? Dipley is the leading social media entertainment publisher that creates captivating content for millennials. You want to not put that on your fucking website? Cringe. Yeah, man. I imagine I'm a millennial and I'm just like, nah, pass. You can't write that there. You don't tell us who it's for. Whoa. That's how you catch 40 and 50-year-old people thinking that this is Brie Larson burned a troll who photoshopped her smile. Burn, guys. She got on social media and put him in his place. Roasted, my dudes. Talk about hashtag, aw, man. Fuck these people. You know. BuzzFeed's bad enough. BuzzFeed and who's the guy that created it? He knows who he is. Okay. Somebody said I've considered learning some HTML, dedicated one day a week to gather enough material for the whole week, and then getting all of the worst advertisers to help me make the money from suckers who will click next on my slideshow, consisting of 2.5 sentences per slide. Oh my god. Ain't nothing like a slideshow of ain't nothing like a list of 10 anything that you need to look up very quickly, maybe just for some research, okay? And when you click the page, it's like, coming in at number 10. And then you scroll down and it's like, you want to go to the next page? And I'm like, nah, I really don't. You could have put all of those on this page, motherfucker. You know, when they charging you by the inch on this motherfucking website, my dude. Yeah, I didn't know that it was 2004 or some shit. I didn't know that we were dialing it up. And it was like, you got to load one page at a time. Unbelievable. L Animated's all like, Kyle, all I want to do is watch your stream, but people keep on making me want to play games with them, and it's starting to get to me. Go ahead and play with them, man. The stream is going to be here when anybody needs it. That's the point of me doing all of these videos, is that, you know, if people want to cry because they had a hard day, people want to take a shower because they know the way. If people want to, you know, just take it easy, not really think, then I can just drone on in their background so that they don't have, you know, no noise going on. That's what I'm here for. And if you're listening to me, and that's you, I love you. Did you hear the snap? Did you hear the snap part? Number 11. The worst one that I was actually in, I was the only local bridesmaid. The bride changed her mind about her dress 6 weeks prior to the wedding. Give me a second. We had to scramble to find a new dress for her, which meant going to dress shops daily. Then, once she found the dress, I went to a seamstress with her every day for 2 weeks while they tried to make it so that her saggy breasts would look perky in a backless dress. Oh my god, Hannah's a monster, dude. Hannah only truly laughs at other people's misfortune, dude.
Hey, I laugh at you.
Exactly.
Whenever it's not unfortunate. And I was laughing whenever I got that triple earlier that was just terrible.
That was their misfortune. Hannah showed me a clip earlier of her getting a triple kill in Fortnite, and let me show you how it happened. She shot one person one time, and then they died. You want to know what that is? That's when somebody else has really done most of the work in Fortnite. You know why? The guns do no damage. You didn't shoot them twice, Hannah. If I recall correctly, you were swiping at them with your harvesting tool because you were initially unarmed.
I didn't have any weapons.
And then they died because someone set that shit up for you. Somebody else comes up the fucking stairs, okay? And you can clearly see they have no weapon. And as I'm watching this, because she's showing it to me, I'm saying to her, this nigga is unarmed. And you're unleashing hell on this motherfucker. So she kills this second guy, and I'm not joking, okay? I am not joking. A third person comes up the stairs, and they're not unarmed. They have a weapon. But what is it? It's a sniper rifle. And they're like in this really confined space trying to pull off this scoped sniper rifle shot, and Hannah just kills their ass too. Fucking rude.
I had to reload on the third one.
Did she put fucking number 1 Fortnite? Okay, man. Y'all know what?
It was hilarious.
As we continue this list and start that entry over on the list of 21 Bridezilla wedding stories, number 11 reads, "The worst one I was actually in, I was the only local bridesmaid. The bride changed her mind about her dress 6 weeks prior to the wedding, and we had to scramble to find a new dress for her, which meant the dress, we needed to go to dress shops daily. Then, once she found a dress, I went to the seamstress with her every day for 2 weeks while they tried to make it so that her saggy breasts would look perky in her backless dress. It was an engineering marvel. Day of the wedding, she got pissed because I looked too pretty. Nice. This was 4 years ago. The couple is getting a divorce now. She had a boyfriend for like a year and a half while going through IVF. In vitro fertilization. I chalked her wedding behavior up to stress, but I actually just think she's like that as a human being. You know, like a piece of garbage? Yeah. Beck Sarek says, I'm a chick. It's a guy. He wants to take me out to dinner. The sad thing is I'm 40. I should know what to do, but I really don't. Well, you know, you should send me a Snapchat message. You know, we'll see what's going on in the chess department, and then I'll advise you based on how he's gonna... Are you shaking your head at me? I can't see you in the darkness. I'm like looking at Hannah.
I'm not shaking my head at you.
Man.
This has nothing to do with you.
I don't... You were shaking your head, but it wasn't at me?
Correct.
Okay, well, I the fact that I could tell you were shaking your head when I can't see anything on that side of the room is pretty cool. Whether it was at me or not, so I win. Yes, I obviously that was a joke statement. I need to stop. Oh, what a pig. Okay. Hey guys, we should talk about that thing that's happening right now with that douche. Who's being he's being accused of like sexual assault on some bitch or something. I am literally the worst person that you can ask or talk to about it, considering I know so little about it. But I was talking earlier to Dia. I think she was saying how somebody that was testifying story was like falling apart because somebody else that was supposed to, I want to say, be a party to what was being said as far as the accusation is concerned, they were saying, oh, how they weren't there, some shit like that. But what I feel is, you know, if it's not irrefutable, meaning if they didn't catch this motherfucker on camera, if they didn't scrape the DNA out of her, you know what I'm talking about, as vulgar as that is to say, then I think it should be left up to the court. The court can be wrong, you know what I mean? But much like when OJ got that fucking, you know, he didn't do it verdict, what can y'all do? Y'all need to leave that motherfucker alone. And right now, it looks like this dude hasn't even been, considered guilty, and people are just attacking the motherfucker. I don't know where anybody falls politically. I don't know who's affiliated with Trump or how shifty and weird any of it is. So again, I may be talking out of my ass because I don't know what anything's talking about, but I think independent of what's going on, I think it's fucked up for people to come to conclusions when they don't know ahead of time what the fuck is going down. I like to think of it like, say you or me were accused of some bullshit, right? And it's not true, but until it was true, people were, throwing shit through our windows and attacking us in the street and all kind of bullshit, like when it wasn't even proven that this thing happened. And yes, people get their lives destroyed all the time, by false accusations. But I just think it's crazy as hell because who is this guy? What's going on? Who knows? But forgive me as we continue up this list. Oh my God, is that the Queen Cassidy? Delicious, okay? That's a gamer right there. Oh my God. That's a gamer. Wow. Somebody snapping their fingers out here. Yeah, I don't have the opportunity to Thanos in my stream. So as we continue up this list, we arrive at number 10 on the list of 21 Bridezilla wedding stories. Number 10. The bride started crying because the tablecloth was the wrong shade of purple. Nice. So she thought that the whole wedding was ruined. Never mind that she was marrying a nice man. All her friends or flown in for the wedding. Her family was all there, etc., etc. No, the tablecloth was the wrong shade, and we spent an hour consoling her and fixing up her makeup while the guests waited. Well, it's all about her. It is her day, is it not? Whoa, how did River get a Thanos fucking thingy? That means that it must be some, streaming douche's, pickle from. I want it, the Thanos smile. The Thanos smile. Oh, he said a gay snap, not a life snap. Like, girl, that's right. Or some bullshit like that. Can I get in trouble for that? Is that insensitive? You know what I mean? But PewDiePie could come in here and be like, you dirty, snappy haired. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, PewDiePie. I know that you rule the internet. Bex Eric says, it's next week and I'm kind of freaking out. You'll be fine. Just take it easy. I feel like you already want what he's given out if you're so excited about it. You know what I mean? So just play it cool. Play it cool. I'd like to take this very quick break to proposition anybody who plays Warframe on the PS4 to give me primed continuity or primed flow if you have it. I need those mods. I don't have them. And if you have that or overextended, I need it, bro. It's chap. I'm kidding. Number 9. It was a best friend of mine who was very frugal, so I figured that she was going to have a reasonable wedding and a bachelorette party. I had shared my monetary concerns with her as well, and that I worked and went to school and couldn't take off much time. She didn't have that many friends, so it was only me and one other girl as her bridesmaids. She asked us to hand make all of her decorations for the wedding. Bitch, why? Why are you putting your fucking friends through that? Are they slaves? They better not be blind. Look, then she planned a week-long bachelorette party out of town? Week-long? Like a weekend maybe in Vegas? Something? Week-long. Also asking us to foot the bill? Who are you? Y'all got friends y'all do this for, guys? I feel like I'd need to know somebody from motherfucking elementary school. How long you known Amanda, Hannah?
Since we were about 4.
Okay.
In preschool.
Yeah, that's like a lot. It'd have to be, boy.
She was really good for her wedding. She was really good. She was a great bride.
This blows my mind. She planned a week-long bachelorette party out of town, and she asked us to foot the bill, not to mention our dresses, which I wanted to find something affordable. But she picked designer matching dresses that we had to pay for, and never wore again. Been trying to sell it online. I spent nearly $1,000 on the whole ordeal, not to mention I did her hair and makeup for free for the wedding. I just felt largely taken advantage of and underappreciated. We are no longer friends because we ended up working together after the wedding, and she tried to screw me over at work. Her true colors, my dude. Y'all need to wake the fuck up, okay? When friends act shitty, when family acts shitty, it's because perhaps they have the capacity to be shitty people, my dude. This isn't about like, my God. My God. Ooh. I felt largely taken advantage of. It makes me very reluctant to agree to be in someone's wedding again, even someone I thought would be considerate of everyone else's feelings, budget, and time. There's a racist comment buried in this. And I just don't understand it. Do you?
I think she just
Kyle, if I had a wedding, the bridesmaids would be black so they could wear them again.
She meant the dresses would be black.
No. No, I think she's implying no. I think she's implying that some black women have very tacky taste, and that they would put on a bridesmaid dress to go out to an event, be it like church.
Dresses. See, she said dresses.
No, she says the dresses will be black.
Yeah,
Kill me.
the
Boy, you racist, River. I can't believe you just said that.
I don't think she meant it that way.
And if
River, I think
no,
you misspoke.
I better get a donation or I'm going to be so fucking SJW woke triggered by this comment that I may never stream again. Are you kidding me? Wow, what a thing she said. So that they could wear them again, because these ladies just be wearing these bridesmaids dresses to the mall. Oh my God. She said what? She said what? I'm already building Chroma Prime for anybody who plays in Warframe. I just built Limbo Prime.
So
I need to, max that out. I'm such a badass. Ugh. It's pretty much the first time I went on those missions too. I feel like I should go do it again so I can sell the Chroma Prime blueprints, make a little bit of that platinum since nobody wants to give me any. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 8. I'm watching events unfold as we speak. One friend is getting married in the beginning of the year. Her former best friend has been super jealous ever since friend A got together with her man and has been actually happy. So we'll call her B. It will become apparent as to why. Got with the guy early in the summer. Within weeks, she gave up her lease and moved in with him. Like 3 weeks. It's been less than 6 months and they're now engaged. Because A got engaged a few weeks ago, B got engaged last week. B just had to set her first date. No, just had to set her marriage date before A. She has to get married first. The only planning she has done, she has reserved a crappy party room in a rundown municipal building.
Sorry, Dad, don't kill me.
I appreciate your donation, River. But I can't believe what you've said. I'm not sure that there's coming back from this. I can't believe it. Because so they can wear it again, my dude. Wow. Okay. Hey guys, really quick as a quick interjection, don't you think that the better thing to do would be to have the second wedding so you know just how to one-up the first wedding, The first one, you just have something, but then I like to think of it as say the first wedding, there's no chocolate, fountain. You gotta have the chocolate fountain in the second wedding, and then you can be like, well, did you have a chocolate fountain at your wedding? I don't fucking think so. And then every time we talk about a wedding, or better yet, we'll get somebody that was in both weddings and just yell out, hey, remember that wedding? Oh man, and that chocolate water fountain. Oh, I guess my wedding is better. Wow. I guess my wedding was better. Hey guys, remember my wedding? What wedding? You mean what you kept calling a wedding when you just brought us into a room with a chocolate water fountain? It was nice though, right? Okay, she could wait, save the money, and have a decent wedding budget, but no. B had to be married first so that she could rub it in A's face that she's happier. What a bunch of basic hoes. I love the idea that married sluts, right, think that, just because y'all are married, y'all are happy. There's no such thing as a divorce, and it's never gonna happen to y'all. You're never gonna be unhappy because you have this ring on your finger and went through this hilarious ceremony, and everybody who doesn't have that ring and didn't go through that ceremony, you're happier than them by default, bro. You're just happier than them. You guys aren't happy, okay? I'm happier than thou, holier than thou. My money is on B announcing her pregnancy at A's reception. Oh my God. No class. Obsidian Jacob says, I just maxed out the other overextended just for you. Wow. Jacob, that's so hot. Thank you, Jacob. I love you. Jacob, I appreciate this, man. That's pretty dope. I really want to try it. I know overextended is going to be really cool on Oberon too, because the grass fills up everything. That shit's so dope. Number 7. I overheard the bride drunkenly tell a mutual friend at her wedding day that if she could do it all over again, she wouldn't have had myself and a mutual friend in her bridal party. Sorry, that the end of that sentence just fucked my mouth. She wouldn't have had myself and a mutual friend in her bridal party. I was the maid of honor. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Holla if you hear me. I planned her bachelorette party with the mutual friend from another country and dropped a lot of money on it to personally so that she would have the party that she wanted. I gifted her a pair of Jimmy Choos for her wedding day. What's that, Anna?
No idea.
Jimmy Choos are not actual shoes. That's racist. I thought that they'd be. I thought it'd be like a handbag.
That's a shoe.
What the fuck is this?
That's a pair of shoes.
Is this part of it?
They're probably expensive.
This is part of like this is a fashion.
That is.
When it looked like some shit you put your fucking feet in so that you don't get them muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fashion. Why can't I just like fart on a wall and sell it for a bunch of it's art, guys, man. You know, who do we convince? I was saying the other day, like, I wish that I could just throw on a lab coat and go appeal and go
I got a lab coat for you.
yeah, try to get a grant, try to qualify for a grant. Like, my God. Hey, wait a minute. I can see something really quick. Oh, yes. Excellent. Beck Surik says Jimmy Choos are actually his name. That's racist. Ooh, let's look him up. Jimmy Choos. Let's see. Bing bong. She interrupted my bing bong.
I am happy for the cross-platform memes today.
You want cross-platform memes? I sent somebody a meme earlier today. What the fuck are you laughing at? Because it's a cringe statement? Oh no, I'm talking about Cassidy. I told you about it.
You told me this.
Yeah, god damn it.
Funny.
Never mind. Never mind. I thought you were just laughing at the phrase, I sent somebody a meme today, which sounds very grandpa-ish. I sent someone a meme today, and ooh, did we have a good laugh. I was talking about, no, look, I'm going to tell you all the story. I don't give a damn. Okay. Cassidy's not here. No big deal. Okay. Cassidy sends me a request. She goes, send me a meme, Kyle. So I sent her a meme, and then I was kind of ashamed of the meme, but I was basically just saying, you know, look, I don't collect memes or anything, you know? And she was like, you've got pretty good memes, Kyle, or something like that. So I saved her saying that because it just tickled me. And then I said, you know, I've never been told that before. You've got pretty good memes, Kyle, some bullshit like that. And then I was like, imagine you being at like a bar or like a date and then just like rolling up and going, girl, you got some pretty good memes. What do you say we get out of here and watch some anime?
I want to drink.
Sorry. I'm sorry I just froze. Hannah's just like flailing and she reached forward to grab a cup that had no drink in it. It was ridiculous. Oh my God. Cassidy is here.
The cult of Psy-Ale.
Ooh. Okay, Cassidy, look. Cassidy, I'm sorry. I love you. I appreciate you. I can't believe you guys made me tell the Cassidy story when I thought she wasn't here, and then she was here, and she was all like, Kyle, I got you.
I gave her the link earlier because she asked for it.
She must have been timing it perfectly.
Yeah.
And figured the middle of the story was the perfect time.
Best time.
She's like, oh, I'm not here, huh? Engage. Enhance. Okay. Cassidy, I'm so sorry that you didn't become the stream boss. You really do deserve it. You're amazing. I appreciate you. And
$5 to go.
thank you for going to the next level.
Slap it on some toes.
Damn, Chuckster. What an interesting time for, a subscription. I feel like you were holding on to that and maybe trying to knock it out of Cult of Punk's hand. But Cult of Punk will not be dethroned this night. I am so sorry for not finishing the story because I was so enamored by the name Jimmy Choos, which does belong to an Asian man. Natmon tries as well to dethrone Cult of Punk, but don't you all know? I'm kidding. Thank you guys for your subscriptions. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Queen Cassidy says, my memes and I have been lurking. Okay. I am so man, look, if you're watching my content, man, or what I call content, and you're still expecting me to get through these lists, man, I don't know what to say. It's a miracle every day when I make it to number 1. It truly is. I get so fidgety. You should see me. Like, I'm just, ooh, okay. Thank you, Cassidy. You're amazing. Thank you. Y'all let him just take it like that. My man, Jacob. Well, Jacob about to hit me with the, with that overextend. So my man, you did it. You earned it. Yeah, I appreciate you. You're a badass. Your mom.
Your grandpapa trap.
Your grandpapa trap. Nice try, your mom, but not nice and close enough, baby. Chuckster, thank you for that tip. Give it up. Give it up. You already know who your stream boss is, baby. Oh my God.
That was funny.
Jacob, it's you. It's you. And Jacob will sit as stream boss for perhaps years to come. I hope you enjoy that throne, my man. Oh, River's like, I thought I was gonna get it. It's okay. It's okay. Just think of being stream queen in the shower. And, you know, when you go to sleep, you'll have a dream that it is you. And if you're anything like Kyle, you'll wake up and for a portion of your day, you'll forget that the dream wasn't reality. I had a dream last night. I'm dead serious. I had a dream last night. I was in the world of Fallout 4. And I was trying to leave the vault, but I had to pass some bullshit test. And some douche wouldn't let me, like, finish the test so I could get out of the vault. And the weird part was, even though I was in the universe of Fallout, so where I was, like, it was Fallout 76, obviously, where I'm trying to get out because, you know, I'm thinking about that game now for no reason. And I was trying to get out of the vault. And I was, like, really getting anxious about not getting out of the vault quickly. And here's why. Because, like, even though I was in the universe of the game where I physically was in the vault, like I wasn't playing the game, I was anxious because I could tell people that were watching me would be bored that I hadn't left the vault yet, as if I were streaming, right? And they would go to somebody else who had left the vault already. So even though I was actually living in the world, I was somehow conscious of a reality where people were watching me in the game as if I, you know, were playing itself. It was just stupid. You're probably not in the mood for this game, but that's a Bride Souls or sorry, I apologize. Number 21. Not number 21, the list of 21 Bridezilla wedding stories. Here we are at number 7. And we're going to go to another song just to, you know, it'll help me mentally take care of business. Let's do this. Overheard the bride drunkenly tell a mutual friend at her wedding that if she could do it all over again, that she wouldn't have myself and a mutual friend be part of the party. I was the maid of honor and I had planned her bachelorette party and dropped a lot of money on it personally so that she would have the party that she wanted. I gifted a pair of Jimmy Choos for her, and along with a beautiful ring with her wedding date engraved. I had to fly to Europe for her wedding, use a rental car, to get around to help with loading, transport, all kinds of wedding items back and forth. I was up in the morning arranging with the hotel to deliver breakfast and coffee and tea for the bridal party, and an old friend decided a week before the wedding that she was going to fly from Oz to surprise the bride. So I had to arrange that surprise and find a hotel room for this friend and speak to the groom to check with catering and arrange a seat for her without the bride knowing. I stepped in to help the makeup artist as she was running behind schedule. I walked the venue to make sure that things were on track. There are more things that she did throughout the night that infuriated me as well, and I was treated like a slave, spoken to like one. I catered to her every fucking whim from 6 a.m. until midnight, and then to overhear that? Apparently her wedding day was ruined because the calla lilies in her centerpieces wouldn't stay suspended in the water vase like she wanted, and it was all my fault because they slowly floated to the top. The next day, she is all hugs and kisses, saying that it was the best night ever and that she couldn't have done it without me. I have never wanted to falcon punch a bitch so hard in the face. I will never, ever be a bridesmaid again. Fuck that. Now, here's the crazy thing. I don't have to personally inject my penis into every entry, but that's exactly what I'm going to do right now, so buckle up, all right? Naturally, when you do a nice thing, what makes it a good deed is that you're not up your own ass and detailing what it is, you know. You're doing a nice thing to do the nice thing because it's the type of thing that you wish that other people would do for you. But at the same time, some of these people aren't worthy of that. This bitch was ungrateful. Yeah, she's stressed. A wedding is a crazy thing, I'm sure. But that doesn't give you the permission to be entitled or spoiled or an asshole to people who are clearly trying to help you. All right? It's very difficult to find some kind of sorry. Because part of me wants to be like, you know, I should just detail everything that I do. Because inevitably, somebody's going to be like, well, you didn't do anything. And I'm going to have to whip out this damn list. And be like, motherfucker, I did do shit, bitch. What's going on? Kyle, I dreamed I was Stephen King in the Stephen King movie Cujo. Not fun. Yeah, that's not cool. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Chuckster. I love you. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 6. The short story is that she lied. And I have to bring that back. She lied to the venue about the number of guests that were attending, effectively packing us in like sardines. Oh my God, she undersold the amount of people coming? She lied about having a day of... She lied about having a day of staff? That meant that all the dates of the brides spent the day hanging flowers, running to get kegs and water, pouring the champagne for the guests, and setting up the entire venue the day before. What? People don't hire help and then they expect the brides and groomsmen to... That's fucking crazy, man. This list is really bumming me out. She lied to the hair and makeup personnel about the number of people who were obtaining services in order to get them to come to the site. This forced guests to get hair and makeup done in order for the bride not to have to be charged extra. She lied to the catering about the number of guests. This caused them to run out of food and alcohol. Yeah, that sounds like a great situation for your wedding. All in all, I think her lies saved her $1,500 but cost her close friendships, as her attitude towards the whole situation was indignation instead of being apologetic. Just entitled. This is pathetic. Nat, Chuck, I appreciate you. You guys are badass. Oh boy, let's continue up this list. This is something else, man. I don't know what to say. Number 5. The bride got walked out on by her entire bridal party. How bad could that be? Except the maid of honor. Of course, it was because no one loved her and everyone wanted to ruin her day, not because she ripped a bridesmaid's dress from the neck down in an open area because it was too white. It was the dress the bride insisted on all the maids wearing. She ripped it from the neck down in front of people so people could see her goodies. Of course they walked out on her. What a bitch. What a bitch. As if she should have been allowed to do that. Like, how rich are y'all, you know? And you know some people treat their help like this as well. Just disgusting. Number 4. A friend asked me to be a bridesmaid in her shotgun wedding that was to take place in a little over a month. She has us order semi-expensive dresses that they had to be altered a certain length. Shoes had to be ordered, toenails had to be painted neutral color, and fingernails had to be French manicure. We weren't allowed to paint our own nails. We had to get them done at a salon. Hair had to be done professionally by a hairstylist, and we were not, under any circumstance, to have bikini tan lines visible. Mind you, this was right after summer. I lived in an area where the beach attire was usually the only attire, and everyone had visible tan lines. I eventually had to tell her that I could not afford to help everybody get everything done professionally with such short notice. I would be happy to do my hair and makeup. My hair was so short that I couldn't do an updo. She told me her mom could pay and that I could pay her back. That was the final straw. I sent an email to her telling her that I could no longer be in her wedding. She was pregnant and about to get hitched, and now I was adding to her list of problems. I valued the friendship and told her such, but just couldn't do what she was asking. I hadn't heard from them for years until one day she sent me a message asking for me to buy from her multi-level marketing campaign. For fuck's sake. Ooh. Oh my God, poor people. She edited her comment to say what multi-level marketing and for fuck's sake is, as if some grandpa was reading this message and going, what? What are all of these things? For people who know what multi-level marketing is, it's like a pyramid scheme. It's like, it's like selling knives, bing bong. Number 3, I was in a wedding where the bride planned 2 separate bachelorette weekends for herself and got mad at anyone who wouldn't spend 2 3-day weekends at $500 each day away from their husbands, kids, and jobs. The week leading up to the wedding, the temperature for the day was forecast to be a high of 10 degrees Fahrenheit. February wedding, Northeast U.S. Northeast, dude. The bride was insisting on outdoor photos with coats because we can't hide the dresses. Everyone, including the photographer, tells her no. Day of, she pitches a fit when she refused to do more than one quick photo. Afterwards, she stopped talking to 75% of the bridal party because of their refusal to accommodate her outrageous demands. To this day, years later, she still complains about how her bridesmaids ruined her wedding instead of you and choosing to do the date. This date, you can choose to have a wedding at any time. Unless you're knocked up, you stupid slut. It's your fault. Bridesmaids, you're blaming the bridesmaids. What the fuck? Number 2, picked a $400 bridesmaid dresses. Wow. Destination bachelorette that cost over $1,200. Insisted on a super expensive spot for the bridal shower, registered at Williams-Sonoma. I was a broke-ass college student, but managed to pay for all of this crap and to give a gift. The bonus points? Her husband forgot his entire fucking tuxedo and didn't figure this out until a few hours before the ceremony. A few minutes before the ceremony, when she screamed at me for like the 500th time, I snapped at her, told her either she cut her shit out or I was getting in my car and going home. She cut her shit, and the rest went fine. You guys can't let people get away with shit, man, because they will get away. They will try as much as they believe they'll get away with. Some people, much like a child that's testing the boundaries of what their parents will put up with. If the parents put up with anything, then the kids will just keep pushing. Kids will bring home some animals, start spinning them around by the tails, chop the head off, start eating it, and shit like that. Mom will just be like, oh, boys will be boys. Yeah. What the fuck? As we roll up to number 1 on the list of 21 Bridezilla wedding stories. Thank you all for being here. You're all amazing. I appreciate you. In the heat of the night. We arrive at number 1. Wedding planner here. I've seen some shit. Bride invites the ex-boyfriend to the wedding because he's just a really good friend. During the reception, her husband of 2 hours goes to the bathroom and she plants a kiss on him. Notices I saw and promptly reminds me to mind my business. At the end of the night, catering informed me that they hadn't settled their bill. If they didn't get any payment for that night, there would be an additional fee charged. I run outside and let them know before they drive off. 2 days later, I get a call from the groom who informs me the bride is extremely upset with my unprofessionalism and wants a refund. She wasn't happy that I made a scene by running outside to tell them about the bill. And in an effort to save them from additional charges, I asked him if he was aware of the scene she made when she kissed ex-boyfriend on the dance floor while he went back to the bathroom. He hung up. Haha, he knew. Haha. Oh boy. Come on, man. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I love you. I appreciate you. You're unbelievable. You're unstoppable. Oh my god, look at the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Spider-Gwen, that's a sexy costume. Got Deadpool looking Spider-Man for no reason. That guy wants you to look at his butt. Nice. This guy looks like he doesn't even know what's wrong with him. I like the black Spider-Man. They're so edgy. Deadpool's there. He's like, what about me? I love it. Did you hear that Deadpool's coming out again for Christmas, but it's going to be a PG-13 version with the Bing Bong? Crazy as hell. Special thanks to all of you. I can't get enough of you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. You and I will always have this live, encounter together. I want to thank River for her donations. I want to thank Prelude. I want to thank Obsidian Jacob. I want to thank your mom, Chuckster, Nat. And I want to thank Queen Cassidy. Thank you to all my sponsors. Thank you to all my patrons. And you guys will see me tomorrow night. Cult of Punk says, what's my friend code? For what? 3DS? I don't know, my man. Oh, if you want my code for fucking Pokemon. Is that what he means? I don't know.
Switch, because he tried to join when we were playing Fortnite.
You need my friend code for Switch? I don't think he needs that. Because he joined.
He said that he was on his Switch, so I don't know.
No, he said he was on a Switch, and I believe he joined towards the end.
us, yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't need it. Because I don't know my Switch code, and dusting it off to
Switch.
figure it out. With
That's the only reason I am thinking Switch, because he mentioned that he was on his Switch.
All right, guys, I love you, Linda. Ooh, I'm gonna need to cook.
We need to make dinner.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need to figure out that right now. I may stream later tonight because I really do want to get somewhere with this stupid leveling up in Fortnite so I can get that bat glider, but it's gonna be ages. I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna get it. I love you guys. Stay amazing. You'll hear from me more. Send me suggestions. I'm all about what you guys want. I should probably read that neckbeard story, but I need to fucking cook. So we'll see. Love you guys. Stay amazing. Have a great night. And be unstoppable like I know that you're so good at. Bye. I wonder what my donation goal is.
Probably.
You think it's like 310 or something?
Is my best guess. It's close.
Because it's 96 and it's 303. That's not a round number at all.
No, it's close.
It can't be 96. It's probably a really dumb number. Somebody can do that math. Don't let them do that math. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye, bye, bye. Tetonas grandes. Ay. Ay. Night, everybody. Mr. Rogers style. I think Tom Hanks is gonna make a shitty Mr. Rogers. I said it. See y'all later.